Who else be at work, not working?
Hello everyone, and today we're talking about a TikToker, or more maybe a former TikToker, who went by ChozenWrld. He had 151,000 followers, so he was doing pretty well for himself on there. But he made some bad decisions, and we'll get into those. But before then, I'd like to talk about his content, which mostly comprised of him dancing, lip-singing, or lip-syncing to different audios, which a lot of TikTokers do. Some of it weird, some of it innocent. And for the sake of my channel, I do not want to mention certain words, so I'll be bleeping them out. I don't know if I'll get in trouble or not, so it might be pointless. We'll see. And what did this TikToker do, you might be asking? Well, he committed 4 armed robberies over the span of 3 months. And, like poetic justice, he was caught because of his TikTok account, which I'll be going into more detail about that in a minute, but just keep that in mind. First off, I'll be going over his crimes. He was wearing black pants, a black hooded sweatshirt, a black ski mask, white shoes, and carried a black backpack with pink flowers on it. Very, very specific outfit he chose to wear. Now, this would be his first of many mistakes, besides the decision to do this in the first place. And the first incident occurred on December 1st, where he went into a 7-Eleven and pointed the hand at the clerk, collected the money, and fled. Then a month later, he's wearing the same outfit, like I said, then robbed a Marathon gas station, where he demanded cash, pressing his hand to the clerk's back before fleeing with the money. He also grabbed an 18-pack of cigars while leaving the store. And it was this robbery where investigators found their first clue. They found a .40 caliber round near the counter. Then on the 26th of January, robbed the same 7-Eleven. The clerk initially refused but complied after the subject pulled back the slide of the in a motion of chambering a round and ejected a round onto the counter. The FBI wrote, "This round, which was recovered, was later identified to be a .40 caliber." Now, the fourth robbery happened at a Old West tobacco store on February 1st. This time he was described as having pink or red hair emerging from his black ski mask, peeking out. I wonder where they could have seen the pink or red hair. I'm jumping ahead a little bit with that, but we continue with the article. After the money was placed into the bag, the subject took several boxes of cigars, then fled the store. And there's a few key things here I want to point out. First of all, like I mentioned several times, he wore the same exact outfit, the same white shoes, which will be important in a minute, the same .40 caliber for every single robbery. And something that isn't really important but I found interesting was that 2 out of the 4, they acknowledged that he stole cigars. Now, one of the most interesting things about this whole thing is how the FBI used his TikTok to solve these crimes. Well, I wondered, like many people, how did they find his TikTok in the first place? Here's the story. Somebody gave an anonymous tip on this person's real name, which I don't know if I should mention, but they gave the FBI his Snapchat. They looked on his Snapchat, didn't find anything incriminating, but typed in his real legal name into the search bar of TikTok and found him. They scrolled through a little while and then boom, those white Nikes. After seeing these similarities, the white Nikes, the reddish pink hair, as well as just his overall physique, they started doing surveillance on his house, starting February 9th.
I'm just shocked, honestly. This neighbor lives on the street which federal documents say authorities did surveillance on ChozenWrld twice between February 9th and 11th. Then on Wednesday, a warrant led police to find inside a home on Virgil in Redford. Police were surveilling the street. Did you see any, unmarked cars or any police activity out of the ordinary on this street?
No, I didn't see anything. I didn't see nothing out the ordinary on the street. It's been pretty quiet.
Judging by the neighbor's reaction, the FBI must have been very stealthy with their stakeouts. And eventually they got a warrant for his location data from his cell phone, which placed him at each of the crimes, or placed him in the same geographical location as the crimes on the days they occurred. After seeing he was in the same place at the same time, they got a search warrant to search his residence. They seized items they believed could be used to link back the robberies, including a black backpack with a pink floral pattern, a full skeleton bodysuit, and white Nike tennis shoes. And the final nail in this man's coffin was, according to the police, he admitted to committing all 4 armed robberies. This man admitted to committing all of these robberies. Right now he's being held without bail. And with the charges pending against him, he could be serving up to or more than 20 years. And this is crazy. And I did look through his Instagram, and I seen a little something that is incriminating. Now, I'm not going to say this is the same for a fact, as I don't know, but it's a little bit of a weird coincidence to pull one out on your TikTok and it just be normal. Something I forgot to mention is he's quite young. He's 22 years old, my age, and he could have made a name for himself on TikTok, but decided to go for easier money, I guess. I don't know. He made some bad decisions. At the end of the day, he is an adult and he has to face the consequences of his actions. And in the title, I probably referred to him as the dumbest TikTok criminal, which, I don't know, might be kind of mean, but he was quite ignorant in the fact he did not think about how his crimes would link. The TikTok was kind of out of left field, but the casings or the actual bullets, the same attire every time, taking his cell phone to each one of them, it's a little ignorant, I'm not gonna lie there, especially since he did this 4 different times. But I do want you to let me know what you think down in the comments below. This was the craziest thing I've personally heard in a while that had to do with TikTok and crime specifically. When you're not going into true crime, at least. Anyways, take care of yourselves, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!